regarding sexual reproduction in fungi. Okay, first let us see the three phases of sexual reproduction that can be observed in fungi. First is plasmogamy, then karyogamy and meiosis. These are the three phases. Okay, now see, during plasmogamy, two haploid cells, these are haploid cells, N, okay, having only one set of chromosomes, so haploid. So two haploid cells or gametes, they are fusing together by only their cytoplasm, but their nuclei are moving closer to one another but are not fusing together. So in this phase of plasmogamy, only cytoplasm of the gametes are fusing, not the nucleus, right? So that's known as plasmogamy. Now here, see, it's a very interesting thing. When the cell has fused by its cytoplasm, but the two nuclei have come closer to one another but have not fused, in such a state, we denote it to be N plus N. That means it is neither haploid N, neither is this cell diploid 2N. It's rather something intermediate in between, N plus N. So we call such cells to be dikaryotic cells. And the phase in the life cycle of the fungi when dikaryotic cells are formed is known as dikaryophase. Okay, understood? Now, next is karyogamy. In karyogamy, finally the two nuclei which has come closer to one another, they will undergo fusion. So finally, a cell will be formed that is 2N, that means diploid. Alright, and next what is happening is meiosis. Now this diploid cell that is 2N is undergoing meiosis. Meiosis is reduction division. Okay, so as meiosis takes place, one diploid cell is giving rise to 4 haploid cells, N cells, haploid cells. Okay, so haploid cells are gametes. So these gametes will again start plasmogamy. They will again start with the plasmogamy. So this process is going to be repeated. Plasmogamy, then karyogamy, and again meiosis. Due to meiosis, again gametes will be formed. They will participate again in plasmogamy. So it is going to repeat, get repeated in a cycle. Plasmogamy, karyogamy, meiosis repeat. All right. Now for a very, very important thing. See, in certain of fungi, especially the lower fungi, okay, remember this, in lower fungi, plasmogamy is immediately followed by karyogamy. So if plasmogamy occurs immediately, plasmogamy and karyogamy are completely occurring together, okay, plasmogamy is followed by karyogamy. There is no gap in between. So if there is no gap, do you think you can find any dikaryotic cell in the life cycle of such fungi? Is there any chance that this dikaryotic cell will exist? Because plasmogamy is immediately being followed by karyogamy, isn't it? So in such kind of fungi or lower fungi, dikaryophase do not exist. Dikaryophase do not exist. So they possess only two phases in their life cycle, the lower fungi, that is either haplophase when the fungi is haploid or diplophase when the fungi is diploid. There is no dikaryophase in between. But in case of higher fungi, plasmogamy is not immediately followed by karyogamy. Rather, there is a brief gap in between in which the fungi will show the formation of dikaryotic cells. So in that case, the dikaryophase exists. Alright. And as because it exists in higher fungi, there are three phases in their life cycle. Haplophase when it's haploid, diplophase when it's diploid 2N, and dikaryophase when it is N plus N. Alright, that's a very, very important thing for you to remember. Now, next, let us move on to 5 types types of gametic fusion in fungi. Now, starting with planogametic copulation. See, motile gametes means planogametes, and fusion with motile gametes or planogametes will be known as planogametic copulation, as simple as that. So, motile gametes means planogametes and fusion among planogametes will be known as planogametic copulation. Now, planogametic copulation can be of three types. If the two cells are similar in size and motility, it is isogamous or isogamy. If the two cells are both motile but one is smaller than the other, that means they are similar only by their motility but not size, then it is called anisogamy. And in case one of the gamete is large, mostly the female gamete is large and non-motile, whereas the male gamete is small and motile. This is the flagella. So, motility of course will be present. So, female gamete is large and non-motile, male gamete is small and motile. So, such a condition we call it oogamy. Okay. So, planogametic copulation is mostly found in aquatic fungi. So, example will be Allomyces. Okay. Next, gametangial contact. In gametangial contact, see, this is one structure, that's the oogonium. Is the female, gametangia, which contains the female gamete or egg. And this is the male gametangia. That means the structure that bears male gametes. And we call it antheridia. Okay. So, here in this process what is happening, you see, the male and female gametangia, they come closer to one another but they do not fuse. Rather, the male gametangia, that is antheridia, will send or transfer a fertilization tube into the female gametangia. And through that fertilization tube, male gametes will transfer to the oogonium, causing fertilization. So, this process is called gametangial contact. So, oogonium and antheridium, they are coming closer, they are not fusing. Rather, the male gametangia or antheridia is sending a fertilization tube inside the female gametangia, through which male gametes are being transferred, causing fertilization. Example is Pythium and Albuco. Okay. Next, gametangial copulation. In gametangial copulation, the two gametangia, suppose this is one male and this is female. Here, because morphologically both are similar, appearance wise both are similar, you cannot say which one is a male and which one is a female, and that's a very common thing in fungi. In certain fungi, some of the fungal hyphae or fungal mycelia will be behaving as male, and some of the fungal mycelia will behave as female. But looks wise they will be the same, morphologically they will be the same. They will be different genetically. Okay, and in such species of fungi where there is a male and a female thallus present, they are called heterothallic fungi. Okay, heterothallic fungi. Alright, so in heterothallic fungi, one thallus should be male, one thallus should be female. Only then, when they come in contact, reproduction will occur. Otherwise, it will not occur. Alright, so see here, in gametangial copulation, suppose this is a male, this is a female, because they look the same. We cannot call them male and female, we have to call them plus type and minus type. So here the male and female gametangia come closer to one another and they also undergo fusion. As they fuse together, they will give rise to a structure, and that is called zygospore. So it's mainly going to be formed in zygomycetes. Members are mucor and rhizopus. Alright, so gametangial contact means both the gametangia, they are coming closer and not fusing. Gametangial copulation, they are coming closer and fusing. That's the difference. Okay, and finally the product is going to be a zygospore. Next, spermatization. In spermatization, specialized hyphae at its tip will bear some male gamete-like structures called spermatia. Okay, the spermatia will be released and they will reach out to the female receptive tip. Okay, it is called trichogyne. Okay, so it will reach out to the trichogyne, which will then take up the male gamete and send it inside. And inside here lies the egg. So as soon as the male gamete will come in contact with the egg, what will happen? Fertilization. Alright, so that's what is spermatization. Example is Puccinia. And the last one is somatogamy. In somatogamy, there is no male gametingia, female gametingia formed as such. Rather, there are two types of hyphae. One suppose is plus type, another is minus type. Okay? And see here, these are monokaryotic hyphae. Means each of the chamber have one nuclei. See? But when they come closer and fuse, as soon as they fuse, what has been formed? A hyphae that has two nuclei, isn't it? So monokaryotic hyphae of one plus type and one minus type comes closer and fuse together, forming a dikaryotic hyphae. And this process is called somatogamy. It's seen in the most advanced form of fungi, that's Basidiomycetes. Example is Agaricus. Alright, so this is all about sexual reproduction in fungi. Next we'll move on to classification of fungi.